Our second speaker is Sherilyn Joy Doxey. Sherilyn is currently a specialist mining engineer at BHP's South Walker Creek open cut coal mine. Sherilyn has 5 years experience, beginning in operations, and has transitioned to the mine planning and improvements teams at South 32 and now BHP. She has a diverse range of experience across underground metals and coal mining and now open cut. Sherilyn has a passion for improving the efficiency and safety of mining operations for the benefit of everyone. With a continuous improvement approach, she believes that safety is in all of our hands. We all have a role to play in safety leadership. Sherilyn is going to present how to take courageous career steps.
Yay.
Thank you, Sherilyn.
Thanks so much, Meredith. Hi, everybody. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you knew deep down the right thing to do, but you didn't do it? A situation at work, with friends or family, where there was a little voice in your head telling you the best thing for you. There was also a bigger, louder voice telling you, oh no, that's not how it works. Let's keep doing what we always do. That's much safer. That's not scary at all. A year ago, that big, loud voice inside my head ruled all the decisions I made in my working life. I didn't realize it, but the fear of stepping outside my comfort zone was holding me back in my career. In my personal life, I took risks. I organised the big overseas holiday. I planned the entire wedding in a short time frame. But that kind of thing was not something to be carried into my work life. Work was a place for patience, for doing my time in an entry-level role, and for waiting for someone to notice how great I was and crown me worthy of a promotion and pay rise.
Wow.
Over many months of introspection and reflection in personalised and group coaching on Katie Jane Romain's Career Acceleration Mastermind, I was made aware of my biggest fears that were holding me back. Failure, rejection, embarrassment, being found out, imposter syndrome. Basically, I was more concerned with what others thought of me than of what I thought of myself. Even though I have a great support network of friends and family telling me how awesome I am, I couldn't hear it. I'd also applied for just one job and was rejected for it. And that one rejection made me think I was stuck where I was for the rest of my career. The other component of this, of course, was that my job really wasn't that bad. As a mining engineer, I was paid decent money for someone only a few years out of uni. My colleagues were all my friends. But another realisation I had was that I shouldn't be satisfied to stay in a job that wasn't challenging me in the right ways or giving me a sense that I was contributing to the success of the business and the industry. So that's when being courageous started to happen. I guess all the meditation, hypnosis, and mindset magic had started to sink in because I managed to go from 0 to 100 fast. I then started applying for so many jobs across different companies, role titles, different locations in Eastern Australia. I had some great conversations with recruiters from all over, some of which led to more conversations. Then talking to team leaders and hiring managers, and then the second conversations with managers, and then back to HR to talk contract details. I could hardly believe it. I had pushed past my fear. It was definitely true that taking the first step was really hard to do and took a lot of courage. Taking each step after that was hard too, but because by now you've built momentum, you can trick your brain into thinking that it's getting easier. And just when I thought I'd settled into a nice new rhythm, the universe tested me. Because the universe knows when we're ready for it. It knows when you've leveled up. You're more resilient and you've practiced. And it's time for the next thing. A big restructure was announced. The positions of my entire team were made redundant. Given I was already looking for work, and given my work on the mastermind, I thought that this could work in my favour. On top of that, I couldn't believe the dollar figure they would pay me if I chose to leave instead of moving elsewhere in the company. But when the time came to tell my boss my decision, that I was going to leave and take the redundancy, I burst into tears. I was so scared that I was making the wrong call. But I had a little voice that I could call on the phone. And Katie Jane helped me to listen to my gut I made a courageous career step, walked back into my boss's office and said, "Thanks for everything, but my time here is complete." Because I was committed and I was courageous, everything worked out exactly as it should have. Within a week of finishing my old job, I had 2 contracts to choose between for my next position. I chose the one that meant a change from underground to open cut coal, a relocation from New South Wales to Queensland, and for the first time I'm working a FIFO roster. At the end of my first swing at site, flying home to Brisbane, I realised I've ticked off everything I wanted in my dream role. I have a great team with an awesome boss. I love the balance between my week at work, my week at home. So my career acceleration power tip for you is take courageous career steps. You never know what can happen when you switch to a positive mindset. I'm so happy, grateful, and fulfilled that I did. Thanks, everybody.
Wow. Yeah, Sherilyn.
Congratulations, Sherilyn. Look at all the messages coming through on the chat box for you now. That is phenomenal. So, Sherilyn, how do you feel?
Amazing. It's so nice.
Yeah, what a fabulous speech. So, and Sherilyn, what a journey you've had. You've had such a transformation in less than a year. And when I first met you, you were so timid. And the courage you've taken to make the transformation that you've made is just incredible. And the feelings that you talked about and the thoughts that you were having, they're familiar to all of us. People often think that it just happens to them. But whenever we level up, we always have thoughts of fear, every single one of us. And the key is to know that and to be able to push past it. And congratulations on trusting your gut. Your previous self would have actually stayed where you were, and you would have stayed really unhappy because your time was complete there, which is what you said. So you've actually given me chills and brought tears to my eyes. So congratulations. What a great speech. Let's give her a round of applause, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Amazing. Awesome. Well done.